Okay, good morning, YouTube. Just want to put up another one of my watch, not necessarily reviews because I've reviewed this watch in another video. This watch is just, like I've said in the past here, I'm going to be also reviewing my experiences with sellers that I've used, whether they be on eBay or be on just on the web, on Google or whatever. This one here is my experience with a company called THEWATCHERY, and I picked this lupa up because the price point was so good. It was about $45 on eBay, shipped. Brand new, of course. They had these on a holiday special. Even on Shop HQ had these for a fantastic deal, about the same price, $50 with shipping. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I just I figured for the price, everybody should have a lupa in their collection. A lupa's been around forever with Invicta, so it's not really one of my favorite watches. It's not really a go-to watch I've had my eye on for a really long time. But I do remember about 10 years ago when these things first I heard about them. They were making like different. Everybody and their brother was making different brands to mimic kind of that big crystal. It measures about 67 millimeter by 47, I believe. So it's not a small watch. If you compare it side by side with, say, this one's an Android Silverjet, pretty comparable. Not a small watch by any means. Doesn't have the chunk factor like a lot of these other dive watches have, but it's a different style watch. It's more of a dressy kind of style watch. So I figured, great, $45. I mean, that's one to have for the collection. I throw it on here. It's not bad. I mean, the thing is, when I get some of this stuff like this, I'm just not sure I'll actually wear it. Just because it is kind of, I'm so used to the bigger watches. So, but here's my thing. So when I got the watch from this company called THEWATCHERY off eBay, which, I mean, if you shop for Invictas or any other watch on eBay, you've heard of THEWATCHERY. They have a lot of sales on their eBay page. I mean, they've done tons of business. But I'm a firm believer that no matter how big you get, you should always do the right thing. Take care of every customer. It doesn't matter whether or not it's going to hurt your business or not in the long run. Which brings me to what's wrong with this watch. Basically, these watches, all watches have a push bar. Okay, and I'll show you what the push bar looks like here. This is what it looks like. Everybody's seeing this. They hold bands on. They hold band parts together. And this one here goes. It came in the box like this, basically with the pin barely hanging on. The pin on this particular watch goes through this hole right here, and I'm going to try to show you here without getting distorted here, because my camera doesn't really focus in too great. So like I said, it goes through here, okay, like so, and then of course let me put it down so I don't drop it. It actually clips onto this side of the watch right here. So you use one of the little fork bars, I forget what they're called, and basically this will connect right into here. And the push bar is supposed to be spring loaded, and it'll take a bite on this hole right here on each side. Well, this spring bar right here, I took it to a jeweler the other day just to see if he had anything. This push bar has no spring inside, so it's a defective push bar. So there's no way you can fix it. The other thing is that it's such a special push bar, you just can't find them. Like, I mean, you might be able to find them on the internet, but it's a very specific size. Of the 60-something watches I own, and all the different push bars that I have laying around or from other watches, nothing will go through that hole there. So it's a very small, very specific one. Even the jeweler I took it to was like, yeah, I don't even have anything like that. It's very specific. You might have to get one from Invicta. And you know what? For $45, I'm not going through the headache to go ahead and do that. The other thing is you can't size this without having a special tool. All the holes on the side here are a lot smaller than your standard watches, okay? So this is unsized right now, so I just throw it on the wrist just so you can kind of see it. The clasp still holds together because it's a push button, but as soon as you were to go ahead and undo the clasp, this is what you get, falls apart. So that's the defect with the watch. Hey, you know what? Things happen. It's not always the fault of the seller, of course. I understand that. But what is the fault of the seller is horrible customer service. And I know it's a $45 watch, but, a lot of people watch my channel. A lot of people have purchased watches because of my videos. I don't know how many, but it'd be really interesting if you guys want to go ahead and tell me how many watches you purchased on this video from watching my videos. I know at least at work I have about six different watches that have been purchased from me wearing these things and just being so passionate about them, and they're great. I mean, they're really a cool product. And like I said, I understand that things happen, but basically this company just wants the watch back. I had to file a claim with PayPal. And what happens there is PayPal actually will kind of mediate the return. So you have to upload that tracking number to PayPal, and then once they see that it's been redelivered back to the manufacturer, back to the seller, you get your money back. Well, I've gone back and forth with the seller on eBay. Basically, they won't do anything. I said, well, can I get an exchange rather than get my money back? Their policy is that you return the watch, they refund you your money. The other weird thing about it is that you actually have to pay the shipping. I've never had any website on eBay that was any kind of reputable, decent seller ever require you to pay for shipping. Normally they'll send you a prepaid label, you send it back, and you're good. Also, a lot of them will just give you an exchange. With this, it's so simple for them to get the part. They won't even get the part. And when I email them earlier today, they're so arrogant in the way that they deal with their customers. They basically said to me, I said, hey, can you send me the PIN? And they said, no, we don't do that. I said, you guys have terrible service. They said, you're repeating yourself. They said they have no parts. Invicta holds the warranty. So basically, this company, if you buy a watch from them, don't expect any service after the sale. Once you send them your money, that's it. Like, you're not getting your money back. It's going to take you weeks if you have any kind of problem. Which really sucks, because let's say you picked up a watch that, this one I'm not too concerned with on sending back. It wasn't something that I really, I wanted to keep it, but I'm not going to go through the headache of having to take it to a guy. I size all my own stuff. I'm not going to have to take it to a guy, have him size it, have him find me a pin, me find the pin, order something on the internet to be the wrong size pin. It's just too much of a headache for $45. If it was like a Grand Arsenal or something really, really unique that I had a hard time getting, maybe I'd go through the headache. But, as a seller, somebody especially somebody like me who's going to buy a lot of watches, who if you do right by them, you're going to get a lot more business. And with my YouTube channel, I'm sorry, but people watch my videos, and you may buy from the Watchery, and maybe you'll have good luck, and that's a very, very good probability that you will. But just understand that $45, if I would have spent $300, I would have been pissed to have to wait for my money, to not be able to get any kind of recourse, not have the seller be like, hey, we really apologize, if you're willing to fix the watch or have a guy fix it, we'll shoot you $20 back. Nothing. Just basically, we don't care. Send it back, or your business means nothing. So I just wanted to throw that one out there. Like I said, I'm going to be putting seller reviews up on my website, PHATKATWatches.com, in the next couple weeks, explaining my stories. I want other people to be able to share their experiences. Like I said, I've had good experience with sellers and horrible ones, and this, unfortunately, is one of the worst ones I've had. Luckily, at least it's only $45 I'll have to wait on. And hopefully they'll send me the shipping refund. They claim if you put the receipt in the box, they're going to refund you that too. I find that hard to believe that they're going to do that, and I'll post a follow-up in the comments on whether or not they stand by their word or not. I also have all the proof right here on the eBay printout, so I'll contact eBay and let them know if the seller doesn't refund my shipping. I also said, man, I really want to take that money and buy something else. And they said, nope, we only cover ground shipping. So I can't even send it next day, or even priority mail. It's only a little bit more. They're only going to refund for what ground shipping is. So who knows what they decide to refund. At this point, I'm not too concerned with it. It just means I'll never do business with the Watchery ever again. And they're also owned by World of Watches. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, you know what? My intent is never to hurt anybody's business, but I'm not saying anything in this video that isn't true. And just understand, I've dealt with guys on eBay where the communication's great. If you have a problem with the sale, they're willing to work with you. This guy, unfortunately, the Watchery is one I'll never purchase from ever. Just not worth the headache, and they're not going to take care of you should you have a problem. Very simple thing to go ahead and get your hands on the proper pin, send it out, 30 cents to send it out. They're not even willing to do that. So unfortunate, but they lost a customer, and I'm sure by people watching my video, they're going to lose more, or people will be skeptical about going to them and spending their hard-earned money on a watch. Reputation's everything, and so is your word. So, all right, well, there's my video about the Watchery and my Lupa purchase. This will be going into the mail today, and get my money back probably in about 2 weeks, probably. But nonetheless, it'll happen one way or another because PayPal's involved. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you've had similar experiences with any company, any watch seller, go ahead and put them in the comments because this stuff's important. You know, people spend, like I said, hard-earned money on their on getting stuff. You want to have a good experience, and I'll just drop something for Android. Android, when I got a watch, ordered it on the Android USA, of course. Ordered it on the 27th of December. Didn't get it. Emailed them, said on the 15th, what was it, the 15th? I forget what it was, but nonetheless, it was like 15 days. Didn't get a watch. Said it was in shipping. I emailed them. I said, yeah, I've ordered this watch. Should have been here. It's been like 15 days. It was like 2 days before Christmas, and they turned around and said, we're really sorry. They went ahead and overnighted one for free. The very next day, we're able to intercept the other one in the mail and get that one back because that was going to be here the following day. Able to get me my Android watch. That was a gift for myself, from my folks, for Christmas. So just a great customer service, great experience I've had with Android USA. And you know, I'm not sure how the sellers are, but as far as dealing with the manufacturer direct, that's where I found to have some of the best deals and definitely the best customer service. If you have a problem, they get right on it and take care of you. So something to think about. All right, you guys have a good day.